Welcome to week number 5. I want to congratulate you guys on your tenacity. You've made it 1/4 of the way through our semester. The semester starts a little slow, but it gets faster as we go. So you've made it this far. Stay tenacious, stick with it, and we'll carry it all the way through to the very end. Many of you guys completed your first exam on Sunday. I wanted to remind you that that test will be reopened on Monday, so you can go back in and review the questions and see if there's anything you missed or any knowledge you need to build on. But it's only going to be available on Monday and Monday alone, so get to it. Also, I want to go back in and remind you as we kind of rewind our brains. Back in week number 2, I introduced an assignment called the Expertise Assignment and gave you guys an opportunity to go ahead and sign up starting for week number 4. Well, week number 4 is over and nobody presented, so not everybody signed up. So if you haven't signed up, it's all first come, first serve. Please go back into the week number 2 introduction and you'll see the sign up link. Go ahead and get yourself signed in. Looking forward to seeing you become an expert in an agricultural topic. I wanted to take a couple moments and talk to you about the assignment that is due in week number 13. Now that's quite some time away, but I wanted to prepare you guys for it. It's called the abbreviation assignment. Now, one of the things that I figured out over time is economists in particular have a nomenclature, have words that hardly anybody else uses in their vocabulary to kind of communicate some of their topics, and you guys may be figuring that out as we go. Well, because of that, one of the things that economists tend to do is take this complex terminology and then make it into abbreviations. And they'll talk about XYZ and ABC, and if you aren't following along on the abbreviations, it's hard to sometimes follow along on the conversation. So all I'd like you guys to do is start looking through our book and our notes, and you'll find some economic abbreviations. And by week number 13, I'm looking for you to turn in a portfolio of just 25 abbreviations. Now, there's 5 things we're looking for. Number 1, the abbreviation. Number 2, the word the abbreviation means. And then I need you to define it. After you have defined that agriculture terminology word, I need you guys to give me an example in your own words. Not something out of the book, something that communicates how well you understand the concept. And then the 5th and final piece that you may turn in is a graph or an equation if the abbreviation has one that comes with it. Now, many of the students in this class will go ahead and create a PowerPoint. It's a pretty easy visual way to get that taken care of. And if you want to do that, that's fine. I've had people use Microsoft Word. I have had people develop websites. I've had people create their graphs in Microsoft Excel. So there's really not a right or a wrong format as you put this together. Will allow you guys to be as creative as you want. Now, as an example, I had a student that was an art major in the recent past, and he went ahead and did the abbreviations his own way, kind of a fun one. This here was his abbreviation for supply. And so you can see not only did he have the information that I was looking for in the graph, he created a little cartoon character that talked about the individual piece that he was looking for. And so he also did one that was in the demand. And so you can see the cartoon character. I'll move back a little bit there so you can see the entire piece. And so that was his demand. Average fixed cost. A little puppy there with the average fixed cost. But the content that I'm looking for, the AFC, the words, the example, the definition, was all put into play. So if you want to go ahead and be creative and try something a little bit different and make an abbreviation with Mighty Mouse, please feel free to do that. And if you want to just go ahead and use PowerPoint, feel free to do that. There is not a limitation to how you turn it in. But again, it's done in week number 13. Now, let me give you one quick piece of advice as you work on this assignment. There's 25 abbreviations, and I would encourage you guys to start this week. You'll have 3 of the 25 abbreviations in Chapter 3. Get your project taken care of and do a little bit as we go. Too many students wait until week number 13, the Saturday night before it's due, or Sunday afternoon, and try to put together a portfolio of 25 abbreviations and find that it's a very challenging assignment to do starting at 10 p.m. the day it's due. So start early, and when you're done, turn it in early. You can get this thing done at the end of week number 5 if you'd like to. Something to certainly consider. As I mentioned, we are starting in week number 3 in our economic textbook. And one of the biggest parts of that we're going to discuss in our discussion post is an idea of the law of diminishing marginal utility. Now, the discussion post is a little bit different this time, meaning that there is an activity that you need to do before you can do the discussion post. And so the activity gives you an opportunity to demonstrate a concept called utility. If you're new to that concept of utility, you probably want to read the first 5 pages of Chapter 3 to get a better handle on the knowledge, and then go ahead and work on the discussion post. I think you'll enjoy it. And that's always due on Wednesday, with your follow-up replies due by Sunday. As always, if I can answer any of your questions, just reach out to me. Have a great week.